Hey everyone, welcome back to Hardcore Minecraft. We're just starting off here making a diamond pick so we can get obsidian for a portal. And today's goals are making a bamboo smelter, a experience farm, and a villager trading hall. So if you guys are interested in that, be sure to watch the whole video. I also added a guardian farm chest at the base so that we can start gathering materials to build a guardian farm later. And what I want to make isn't too hard, so we should be able to finish that up in like the next few episodes. Want to make it sooner rather than later so I can start enchanting as much as I can and getting better gear. Now that we had that diamond pick, I started grabbing some obsidian for a portal and an enchantment table. And as for the XP farm in this episode, I think I'm gonna build a spider XP farm in the spawner that I found in the last episode. Figured I'd build one there so that we could start getting string for scaffolding. We're gonna need some of that for the guardian farm, so figured it would be nice to have that. Now we're back up the base and I built the enchantment table and the bookshelves to go around it. And we're pretty close to 30 levels, so we'll be able to enchant something pretty soon here. I can't wait to get a couple of enchanted picks because mining right now is a little bit rough with unenchanted tools. And then for the bamboo smelter that I'm going to build a little bit later here, I need that because finding coal in the most recent updates is pretty rough and I don't feel like making charcoal all the time for smelting. And now as you can see, I'm just finishing up building the portal here, and then we're gonna check out the nether real quick. I need some quartz for the bamboo smelter, so that's why we're going in the nether right now. Once I have a good supply of ender pearls and TNT for the bedrock breaking glitch, I'll probably go on the nether roof and start building some farms up there, like a hoglin farm for pork chops and leather, and probably a gold farm and a few other ones as well. Got a pretty sketchy nether spawn. If I went off the other edge of the portal, we'd fall into a pit of lava. I was holding shift when I went through because I figured that would probably happen. And once I make this area a little bit safer, I usually dig up to the nether roof and move my main portal there so that I can make another hub later, which will allow me to tunnel through the netherrack a little bit easier because there's less caves and stuff open at the top. One biome I want to make a tunnel to pretty soon is a desert because I've been needing glass for a lot of things and there's not a lot of sand near me, so we're going to need a desert pretty soon. While I was digging up to the roof of the nether, I ended up finding enough quartz for the observers for the bamboo smelter, so once I was done getting up to the height I wanted, I returned back to base and started building the smelter. It's a pretty simple smelter, it just automatically breaks the bamboo when the observers sense it growing, and then the bamboo falls into the hoppers and then it puts it into the furnaces automatically. And because bamboo is not the greatest fuel, it's not the best smelter, but it'll do for now. I think with the way I built it, it can hold 11 stacks of bamboo per furnace, which really isn't that many items that it can smelt. Pretty sure it takes 4 bamboo per item for smelting, so it's not that great. When it's completely full, I think that equates to like 3 stacks of items almost per furnace. And I used mud on the bottom where the bamboo is because hoppers can pick up the bamboo right through the mud instead of using a hopper minecart going back and forth underneath. So for certain farms, mud will probably be the most useful block to grow stuff on now. It's the farm done. And now that I had 30 levels, I enchanted a sword because the pickaxe enchant that I had lined up wasn't the greatest. And beside the bamboo smelter, I decided to add a bone meal maker so I can just chuck seeds and flowers into it from the farming and the iron farm, which will get me a little bit of bone meal, which will be nice for like growing the spruce trees and stuff quicker. And now that that is done, I went and grabbed a bunch of seeds from the farm that were piling up and threw them all in there to start making some bone meal. And then realized I didn't finish linking the portal up in the nether roof, so I went back to the nether to finish doing that, and then I can make a hub and stuff later. I'll probably also lower all of this one block. I didn't realize, but it was right at like the bedrock level. I don't want it to be right there. That will make it harder to decorate the ceiling when I make another hub. And as for the Nether hub tunnels. I think there's an ice spikes biome pretty close to me, so we can just gather some ice from there and use that for the tunnels and ride a boat along it. And now that I was done that, I started collecting the materials for the spider spawner XP farm. I pretty much had everything already, so I just kind of went back and forth crafting a bunch of the stuff and then putting it in the chest. And now we're down here at the spider spawner, so I'll leave you guys with a little bit of a build time lapse. Alright, welcome back. Pretty much done here and just got a little bit left here to finish off. And then I gotta decorate the storage room area where I'm gonna keep the string and spider eyes and an enchantment table. Won't be the greatest XP in the world, but I need string anyway, so I figured I'd make one of these. Also, if you guys like the time-lapse things, let me know. I'm planning to do some pretty big ones later on when I start doing like mega builds and stuff. When I build my base, I got a pretty cool base in mind, so figured I would do some big time lapses in future episodes. I am also planning on streaming the hardcore worlds. If you guys are interested in that, be sure to look out for my streams. It will be just me playing on the hardcore world, like anything I'm not recording. It'll just be uncut on the hardcore worlds. If you guys are interested in that, be sure to look out for those. Just got a little bit more to dig out here, and then this room will be done, and I can add the enchantment area and the chests. Also ended up getting 30 levels while I was down there and enchanted a pickaxe and got efficiency 4 and fortune 2, which is pretty good. Would have preferred fortune 3, but fortune 2 I guess is good enough for now. Also decided to craft an anvil once I was done placing these bookshelves and put it on top of the side there so that I can combine stuff if I need to as well down here. And that about does it for the spider farm. Here's the entrance where I come up, and then still got lots of room left for more storage if I need it later for string and spider eyes. Also had enough to do another enchant, so I enchanted another pickaxe and got fortune 3, and then combined it with the other pickaxe. Then went back to base and dug out an area for a villager trading hall. This will just be a temporary one because I plan to make a big giant one later on. I don't plan to make anything permanent right now until I start building an actual base. And here we go. Gonna grab the first villager and send him on his way down to the trading hall. Seem to have some issues here with the minecart track, but I got it figured out. Kept digging down one extra block because it auto mines it through the rail. I guess because I've been using iron tools for so long now that I'm not used to the efficiency effect. And the first couple villagers I put down here, I'm just going to turn into librarians and try and get some good trades. I end up putting fence posts on either side of the little pods here so that they can only grab the workstation that's in front of them. And here comes our first librarian. Let's see what we get. Normally end up having to break the lectern like 40 times to get something good, but this time we got Silk Touch right away for 6 emeralds, which is pretty good. I forgot I already had emeralds, so I rushed and got another villager, started trading with it so I could get emeralds to trade with the other one so that I could lock in the other trade. And while doing so, this guy ended up getting mending, which was also really good. Now we have mending and silk touch already, and they're not too expensive. And if I want to make them cheaper, I can just zombify them and heal them to lower their prices. And about does it for this episode. So if you guys enjoyed, please consider subscribing. And I'm going to start adding how many days I've survived for at the end of each episode. So yeah, see you guys in the next one.